give the next command of prime. To prime your cannon, you'll take the priming wire. Place the priming wire down at the vent. The vent's a small opening at the back of the gun. When you press down on this priming wire, and bear in mind you don't want your hands over the top, press down, you will puncture a hole in that charge. With that hole in place, it exposes the black powder and makes ready for your friction primer. This friction